Hi guys, I didn't just get a one-of-a-kind Hopper doll, I also got a one-of-a-kind Daring Charming doll from my friend Maddie Dolls on Instagram. Now you might be wondering, why would you spend money on a one-of-a-kind Daring Charming doll when Mattel already produced a Daring Charming doll? Well here, why don't we compare the Mattel version to the version I bought from Maddie Dolls. First, the Mattel version has molded-on jeans, while the one-of-a-kind version has real jeans. Second, the Mattel version has molded-on white high-top sneakers that are very plain. The one-of-a-kind version has sneakers that can be removed and have painted details. Third, the Mattel version of Daring has a jacket that does not open, also the suggestion of a shirt tail hanging out from under the jacket. But of course we know it's a fake piece of cloth. On the other hand, the custom Daring Charming, look at this, has several different pieces. I was surprised and delighted to discover that this is actually 3 different pieces. So when you remove the vest can be removed. There is a shirt underneath that is not sewn into the vest, and the shirt can be removed. So it's a black shirt under a vest, under a varsity jacket. Fourth, she added a lot of really cool details, such as that epaulette, such as these gold bands, and this nice thick cuff at the very end of his sleeve. The Mattel version, on the other hand, has far fewer such details. I think Maddie Dolls did a great job with her one-of-a-kind Daring Charming, don't you guys? Well, you know what this means now that we have a Daring Charming and a Hopper Croakington together. It means they're getting their very own Ever After High dorm room. Remember this Versailles-style bed I had made for Daring Charming some time ago? I do have to glue back the mirror frame. Well, this is the shelf I'm going to use to create an Ever After High room for Daring and Hopper. And yes, I'm out of white shelves. I picked this black and gold scrapbook paper for Daring's walls, and my daughter picked this scrapbook paper for Daring's floor. She also picked this plaid wallpaper in green for Hopper's walls, and I like that because my Hopper doll has a pink plaid suit. I thought it'd be fun to use this sparkly blue scrapbook paper to create the illusion of a pond for Hopper's floor. Ugh, I think I did a lousy job on Daring's wall because you can see all those bubbles. And now his floor is in place. Hopefully his bed and furniture cover up those bubbles. And now Hopper's walls are up, and here is his floor. I think if I put lily pads down, it will look like the surface of a pond. I'm going to use this gold ribbon to cover up that unsightly margin between the wall and the floor, and also between the wall and the ceiling. Bottom is done, and now top is done. To make Hopper a nightstand, I'm going to combine these pieces I got from the brand Woodpile at Hobby Lobby. That's a candlestick, and I'm going to hot glue a circular piece of wood on top. His little nightstand is hot glued together and ready for paint. I'm going to use this apple green color to paint his nightstand. You know what, while we're at it, we're going to paint Hopper's window that same apple green as well. Both pieces have been painted, and now both pieces have been Mod Podged. I'm going to hot glue this small lily pad to the top of Hopper's nightstand table. I found this miniature well meant for fairy gardens on Amazon, and I thought, could this be a lamp for Hopper? I am going to use these gold findings. On the left is a kind of a hook, and on the right, a bead case, and I was able to stretch out the bead case enough to squeeze in an LED bulb. I used the gold finding that has the hook to wrap it around the crankshaft of the well so that the lamp part could dangle from it. And when I pull this tab, the light should come on. Yay, it works! I printed out this Ever After High background to make a background for Hopper's window. I think I'll put it right there. Please ignore my paint-spattered fingers. I traced around the window so I could cut it out, and voila, the window is ready to be mounted onto Hopper's wall. I think this is a good spot. I put tacky glue on the back of the window. Let's see if it sticks. Come on. Yay, it sticks! I think Hopper's nightstand and lamp look really nice in that corner there. I ordered this postcard of the frog prints from eBay, and I thought it would be nice to put on Hopper's wall inside this wooden frame. I painted the frame gold and hot glued the postcard in. To make Hopper a curtain rod, I'm using these wooden dowel rods and these wooden dowel caps. I cut down the dowel rod and hot glued it inside these two wooden dowel caps. And then I painted the whole thing gold. I buy so much stuff I don't remember where I got things from, but I think this frog prints fabric came from Etsy. Frog prints fabric, say that 20 times. I cut it down to about the size of the curtain rod, hemmed the sides and the bottom with hot glue, and then attached the top around the curtain rod. And then I hot glued the frog prints in his frame to Hopper's wall and the curtain and curtain rod above Hopper's window. And now I need a way to pull the curtain aside and make it stay. That's where this frog prints brooch is going to come in. I pried off the pin on the back of the brooch, and I'm going to hot glue one of these wooden balls to the indentation in the back of the frog brooch so that it can stick out a little bit from the wall, like so. I'll use these golden tassels to go around the curtain. I hot glued the frog prints brooch to the wall, and now when I want the curtain to stay back, I'll just pull the tassel around the crown of the frog prints. Ta-da! For Daring's nightstand, I found this little Mayberry Street set of drawers, but it's too small for him, so I need to find a way to elevate it, which is where these dowel rods come in. I hot glued these dowel rods to the bottom of the chest of drawers to give it some extra height, but now I need to make it a little more stable. So I cut down a piece of decorative wood. Whoops, let's put that aside. And I'm hot gluing the pieces to the base between the legs so that it gives the nightstand more stability. Then I painted the whole thing white, but then I decided it's way too plain. I want Daring's side of the room to have a Versailles feeling, so I bought these gold bindings and I used them to embellish the chest of drawers on each side. Here's the other side. Here's a flat piece for the top of the nightstand. And here's the final top of the nightstand with more gold bindings added. And because the front still looked too plain, I added more gold bindings to the front. But I'm still not satisfied. I went out to Hobby Lobby and I bought these wood artistic appliques. Painted them white, Mod Podged them, and then started adding some gold detail. Well, I mean, as detailed as I can possibly be, but it doesn't really have to be that great. It just has to look a little bit like gold and faded and more interesting than the way they were. And now both appliques have been accented with gold paint. And voila, here is the final Daring nightstand. Oh, I'm filming at night. Let me pick this up so you can get a better view. I think Daring's nightstand looks quite nice in his corner of the room. For Daring's lamp, I bought this little Mayberry Street lamp. Looks like this package was already opened and then taped shut. Yuck. Well, at least the lamp still turns on, so that's something. Okay, lamp is on his nightstand. Now, for his wall, I want to put mirrors at a height where Daring can stare right into them. I'm going to use these mirrors by Art Minds, which I bought at Michael's. And now Daring can see his face reflected in each and every one. And he can go, "Hey, how are you, handsome? Oh, hey, who's that? Hello." Now, in the actual Palace of Versailles, they have this thing called the Hall of Mirrors, which is where we were this summer, and the walls are covered with, well, mirrors. In order to recreate that on Daring's side, I needed a lot more mirrors. And I am pasting them onto the walls. Yay, all done! Wow, Daring has plenty of reflections to choose from. I think he needs a runner rug here. I grabbed a piece of black felt from the bottom of my craft piles, as you can see. I'm going to hot glue this gold ribbon down the center and this gold ribbon along the side and fray the edges for the north and south end of the runner, like this. For the common area of Daring and Hopper's room, I wanted to use this home gym set that Modage Barbies on Instagram made for me. But of course, I'm going to have to make a couple of modifications so that it's more appropriate for two Ever After High princes. I'm going to use some of the leftover gold findings I still had from making Daring's nightstand. I hot glued them to the gym set to give the gym set a bit more of a fancy feeling. It took me a few tries, but I finally printed out an appropriate sized picture of Daring Charming flexing so that I could replace the picture on the gym set. And then it's just a matter of adding a few more gold findings to frame him, and we're done. Modage Barbies even gave me a few weights to use as accessories. Ooh, is this a resistance band? Cool. Time to complete the room. Hopper's lily pads have been glued in place. Let's set this guy in there. I've said before that if you don't have the crafting talent of my Froggy stuff, you just have to pay and buy stuff that other people craft for you. But there are benefits, like this cool workout bench that Modage Barbies gave me, and this dumbbell with weights. And this is a little kettlebell from one of those RP mini sets you can buy at Barnes & Noble. Let's get the boys in the room for their final pose. Oh boy, you didn't see that. There, Daring is sitting on his bed. Let's get Hopper onto his bed. And ta-da! Daring Charming and Hopper Croakington's Ever After High dorm room is done. Oh wait, let's turn their lamps on. Now we're talking. Well, I'm very excited to hear what you guys think about Daring and Hopper's Ever After High room. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you!